It should have been me. I knelt before him, my father the king, in view of thousands who had come out to chant my name. Maud, Maud, Maud. The warrior princess, the war hero, the royal general to be. Or so we all expected. It was a hot day, but my armour turned to ice on my skin when he said the words. He should have made me his general. Instead, he gave me some distant lands no one else wanted. Off in the Highlands, by our borders, where the mountain clans like to kick up a fuss. That was my reward for winning his war, some petty earldom. I should have spat in his face. Instead, I kissed his hand and thanked him. Pour me another drink. I want to forget where I am, who I am, what I am. One daughter of 4, born from a man who doesn't know how to have a daughter. He knew how to have an heir, so he cared for my eldest sister, but that was it. He would have made her general if she survived his pointless war. Father called her the war hero because they honoured the dead more than the living. She got everything, as spares get nothing. Not even a second thought. One sister's a shut-in spinster, the other's just a girl. Then there's me, adrift. There's nothing for me here. There's nothing for me here. When we were off fighting, we were free. No mothers for us to disappoint, no fathers to disappoint us, no royal court to bore us, no oversight to hold us back. Never staying in one place for long. Our camp was more of a home to me than that castle ever was. We'd drink, we'd fight, we'd fuck, and there'd be no one around to tell us what we can and cannot do. That was freedom. That was good. That's what I want. I can't have that here. I can't be here. One more drink, then I retire. Tomorrow, we leave. Fuck this city. Fuck my family. Fuck the king. He won't make me general. I'll be my own general. I'll be my own king. I'm going to do my own thing. And you're all coming with me, boys. My soldiers. My sellswords. We're all heading north. He wants me gone? I'm gone. And I'm going to take that earldom and turn it into my own little kingdom. No one will tell me what to do. Those mountain clans won't know what hit them. To the Highlands, lads. To drink, fuck, and fight when we want. No man will ever make me kneel again. I am mad Maud Moran, and I forge my own destiny.
My bed used to be warm with her. They call me a shut-in, the princess in the tower, and I suppose I am in some ways. But I had a whole other world in my chambers with me. Ellie, my sublime servant. She was perfect, heart and mind. We would stay up day and night in my chambers and discuss until there was no air to carry our thoughts. We talked about the world, the problems, the solutions. We talked about the country, the kingdom, the crown and its sins. We were quite revolutionary, to be honest. My father was the king and I was on the other side of the castle discussing anti-feudal, anti-monarchist philosophy with a low-born servant girl whom I loved in secret. There was a kind of thrill in that, I suppose. Our little taboo world. We thought we were so smart, and we were, in a way. I've never had a conversation with a man even half as stimulating as with her. She and I would refine our politics the way a smith would temper a sword. We would discuss and debate and argue and fight and compromise and agree. Our talks would get heated and cooled and become stronger for it. We would say that if we had real power, the world would be a better place. An easy thing to say for those without power. I was called to meet with the king one morning as summer was ending. The cold stone corridors cooled me as I made my way to the throne room. My smile faded into a regal disposition, one befitting a royal princess. When my father saw me, he gave me a rare smile, and I felt warm for the briefest of moments. "My dear daughter," he said to me as he approached, "the time has come to do what must be done." He spoke of duty and sacrifice, of family and love, of order and stability, and how he needed me now more than ever. I was offered a position of power, a seat on the council as his royal advisor. He said the things I had always wanted to hear and followed them with the thing I feared the most. "I know about her," he said, "your queer bedfellow, that low-born woman. Send her away." His words winded me. That was the price of his offer. It wasn't fair. Alone with her, I would talk of how I wished to face my father and my king and unleash my temper upon him. But there was no such fire in me then. His eyes met mine and I froze. He told me that she was keeping me brittle, that the love of a woman can undo even the greatest of men. He told me to send her away and I would be stronger for it. Father said I was an intelligent woman. I knew how the world worked, even if my moral judgment of it was contentious. He said that a seat on the council would temper my moralist idealism with practical realism. He told me I had the potential to be a great woman and a great daughter. I don't remember what I said to him. I don't remember leaving the throne room. I just remember that I could barely breathe when I approached her. Ellie, my sublime servant. She knew me so well. I didn't need to say a single word. She saw the look on my face and understood. That evening she left to serve some other noble lady. I took my place on the Crown Council and began my work. I am Mary Moran. I do what must be done. The king smiled at me and I just felt cold.
You let me be a child. I see that now. I had just turned 12 when things started to change. It wasn't me that changed. It was everyone else that started acting differently around me. I didn't understand it then, but you did. They said I was a flower starting to bloom, but I was always a flower to you, Mother. By the end of spring, they spoke as if I was already starting to wilt. And that was when you took me away. Away from them, away from him, away from the city, away from all of it. You brought me here, your family home, our new home. It was a good summer. You, Uncle and I, out in the country, all to ourselves. The world beyond was gone. We were free to do as we liked, to be who we wanted to be. We went swimming in the rivers, went horse riding through the fields, had parties in our own little palace of a home. We were girls, Mother, you and me. We did the things childhood memories were made of. You let me be a child, just for a while longer. You also prepared me. You taught me what I needed to know. There was the academics, of course, grammar, logic, and rhetoric, but also art, painting, dancing, singing, music, and more. You knew I wanted to be an artist. You wanted to protect that too. Uncle taught me how to manage a household. You both taught me how to host events, how to greet guests and be a gracious hostess. You showed me how to make and maintain polite conversation, how to mediate between men. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. You told me about how vipers hide in grass, what hidden dangers look like, the way they look, the way they speak, the way they sliver through conversation to get what they want. You even taught me self-defense in case words fail me. While the days began to wane, we played like we would never grow up, while you prepared me for when I had to. Did you know you were sick? Would you have told me if you knew? You prepared me for so much, but not this. I just feel shattered. You were always a flower too, Mother, right up to the end, even if you didn't see it. It's not the same without you. The world is colder, and I feel older. I want to go back to how it was before. Uncle has tried, but it's not the same. He's shattered too, without his strong sister. And the men you used to chase away. He just can't. The world beyond has crept back into my life. He's letting men meet me now. I need you now, Mother. I don't want to grow up just yet, but you're gone. You taught me what to do. I must stand alone. I must be my own protector. I must carve out the rest of my childhood myself. Uncle, the man at the door, I know you advised me to speak with him, but please turn him away. Do not alienate him. Let's just find a good reason to send him away, sharp enough to pierce through his protests, but not so blunt as to offend. Thank you. I mourn for you, Mother, but I do not want to mourn my childhood just yet. I have roses laid out in my room, the pretty ones for thorns that you like, and an easel ready for me. Today is a day for me. I am Anabella, and I think I would like to be a child a little while longer.